Welcome to Digital Champions TV, where we explore the dynamic landscape of advertising and marketing. I'm Greg Kirkham, and today we're joined by Eli Adams, the CEO and founder of Fire Us Marketing, based in Saratoga Springs, Utah. Eli, that is a unique name. Where did that come from?
Yeah, well, so when I first got into this, I started out on the education space of digital marketing, digital product management, and so I started a website where I would train people how to build a website online and how to make some money. And then it turned from that into, hey, this is great, but I need a little bit more coaching. And so I would do some coaching and consulting with them for a couple of months, and then they would say, hey, this is great, but there's more than I thought there was in this, and I don't want to do it anymore. Can I just pay you to do it? And so I eventually started an agency, and I thought to myself, how can I be different and more unique than any other agency? And because I came from the education standpoint, I thought, what if I teach them how to fire me as an agency? Now I know that sounds counterproductive as an agency, and a lot of agencies probably don't like that. But I've worked at agencies in the past. I know the lifetime value of a customer, and I would rather have somebody fire me through a transition. So I teach you, I train you, I can even help you hire the SEO person or whoever. I can train them on what I was doing. We can make that transition, and then you can fire me. You can keep me on a retainer if you want for Black Friday or any other promotions that I can help with. But the idea is that we have a good relationship moving forward. You can refer people to me. So instead of normal agencies where, I want you to stick around, for as long as you possibly can, and then as soon as you're upset with me, or as soon as I don't deliver the results, or as soon as some other agency comes in and sells you some better package, you leave frustrated. I'd rather you be happy with me as long as you possibly can, and then when you do leave, we have a good relationship. If you want to come back later, you can come back. So that's kind of the idea of Fire Us Marketing. A lot of my clients stick around for a long time. We do agency work for them. Some of them we do transition out, and we do a lot of the training for them. And some are just coaching and consulting clients. So they're kind of a mixture of all of them in there. But that's where the idea of Fire Us Marketing came from.
Yeah, so really the idea is to get them on their feet, transition them, or teach them, or hire people to be able to eventually work your way out, which is definitely a unique approach, especially when it comes to marketing
Yeah,
agencies, right? Seems like everybody's fighting for every single client, for a lot of people at least, versus giving them the tools that they need to be able to help transition away, right? So,
for sure. And
well,
I've worked for lots of big companies and lots of small companies, and some people still, even big companies who have in-house teams, they still need agencies to help supplement the work. And so I don't feel like there's a lot of risk by me opening up to this, to the customers and being able to teach them how to do it. I think customers are a lot smarter now than they were 5 to 10 years ago, and they want to learn. Even though they don't have the time to do it, they'll hire me as the agency to do it, but they want to be educated on what's actually happening instead of being behind this sort of guarded hidden wall of secrets. I'd rather teach them and be transparent in that way.
yeah, you can only season the pixels so much, right? Um,
Mhm.
meaning the transparency of the agency, of your agency, allows them to better strategize too, I imagine.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
So with that, those strategies that are able to be built out as a result of that transparency and everything else, ultimately, you're handing the toolbox over to them over time, while at the same time, sometimes those CMOs might say, actually, let's keep them on because they know what they're doing, but at least we have transparency to know
Hmm.
what we're working with. So well,
Hmm.
there's been some hot topics too around marketing agencies and AI, things along those lines. How does that play a part in your strategies that you build for your clients?
Yeah, so I don't think we're getting away from AI. I think that it's a part of our life, whether we want to believe it or not. I think there are ways as agencies to use AI in a safe way. I know Google just came out in March with an algorithm update that smashed a lot of companies. And what they did is back in November 2 years ago when AI came out, or maybe it was 1 year ago. I'm trying to remember when it came out, but the first version of ChatGPT that became big, people just went to ChatGPT and they said, "Hey, write a blog post," and they copied, they pasted, and they called it good. They didn't humanize it. They didn't make it, um, sound good. Make sure it added value. And so when we use AI, we use it to cut out, 50 to 60% of the upfront work where we do some of that homework. When we use it to dive down deeper and say, what are we missing? What are other people saying about this? And then we take that content, we humanize it, we can rewrite it, we can make sure it adds the most amount of value possible. And I think that in that way, there's lots of tools we can go and check and make sure it's not plagiarized or make sure it's not detected by AI and stuff like that. But the idea is Google wants to still add value. So if you use AI to do the upfront work, some of the planning, and then you still have a human approach to it, I think that's probably the best scenario. I think also another approach with AI is looking at the full spectrum of the marketing plan and looking at some of the competitors. You can take a lot of that data, throw it into AI and say, what am I missing that I'm not doing in my company? And you can use some of those tactics to sort of take it to the next level and make sure that you're capturing everything that all of your competitors are doing, and make sure that your client's getting exactly what they need in the end.
Beautiful. Well, Eli, thank you so much for coming on the show. Eli Adams with Fire Us Marketing. You can find us and find him at digitalchampionstv.com. Thank you so much, Eli. Have a great day. We're working with agencies to be able to scale them and grow them and provide them services that would cost them way more than it would for them to do it themselves. As an agency owner, you need the support of other people to really be able to serve your clients better and be able to provide them with services that they're going to not only want to purchase for the first time, but they're going to want to continue purchasing over the long haul. So it includes anything from video production all the way to web design, SEO, video content, and then also lead generation, social media, the works. What we do is we take a hands-on approach with our clientele to be able to help you be successful, help you grow, help you really dial in who you are as an agency, and help you focus more on those core values that you want within your business. We're not just a white label agency, we're a consultancy. And because we have scaled multiple agencies, we've worked with hundreds of clients, we know what it takes to be able to grow the business.